Alright, let's go. Okay, let's look around the offices. This is where we got to last night. We have a safe. Is it another one of those vibraty ones?
French wine, a remarkable vintage. Champagne, Montague Dunn had good taste.
People have actually said that the last fight of this current raid tier, um, the M12 SP2 is actually probably one of the best stepping stones from Savage to Ultimate.
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
What does it say? The Kew Gardens team are pleased to announce the successful production of a new variety of barley, one that retains a complete resistance to the cold. They have named it the Siberian barley. Mr. Martin Hamish, the proud cultivator of the graft, will hold a press conference next Monday morning upon this very subject. Someone to still meet. Martin Hamish is unmarried. His hands and nails resemble those of a gardener, and they are dirty and swollen. He is short-sighted, wearing bifocals to correct his vision. He is very plain. He works hard to the point of neglecting his appearance, and it is sadly unlikely that he has any female companion. He lives alone. Albert Dunn is a nervous and anxious young man, clearly evidenced by his bitten fingernails. He uses a quantity of detergent with which to clean his hands, which is a poor decision seeing as he handles plants and soil. His eyes are red. He has been weeping very recently. His age tells us that he is still at university. He is good looking, unmarried, and probably still lives with his mother. Margaret White. Miss Margaret White is a beautiful young lady who appears moderately wealthy. Nevertheless, her hands can be seen to be marked by tiny brown dots. These were caused by pellagra, a condition that emerges after a prolonged period of malnutrition. They reveal that her childhood was a poor and unhappy one. However, the signs of wealth that we see now clearly indicate a significant change in her life. This came out in 2014. Yeah, it did, yeah. It's confusing as well because the previous one we played, The Testament, its PS4 port was like 2023 or something. It was on PS3 like 2012, but yeah, for some reason that one got a massive delay in being ported. Last one is 2021, 2023, maybe? Is The Devil's Daughter the most recent one? Or is it The Awakened, I think, is the most recent one? The Awakened is the most recent. 2023. There are basically 3 more after this one. Which I think means there's 9 total. Yeah, there's been 2 more since Devil's Daughter. The breakup. My dearest Margaret. Following our last conversation, I believe it might be better if you vacate your position here at Kew Gardens. As you pointed out quite bluntly, you are no longer in need of my support. You are quite able to stand up for yourself in this world, as you say. Well, I give you back your freedom and wish you nothing but good luck. Montague Dunn.
A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
What does it say on it? Reynold Hamish with me, okay. Yeah, I think the ones after that one, Lenny, are chapter 1. And then The Awakened. If there's anything else? Some photos. Safe. Okay. 1, 2. Alright, I might have to write this down. I think I get how it works. Okay, left 2. And it was here, right? Right 4, I guess. Okay, 1, 2. So it's 3. 1, 2. Mm, Green. I thought it might be a safe like the previous one. 1, 2, 3. Wait, is it the same? 2 and then 2. Then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 4. It's counting up, I think. Oh, it's not. It goes further. Okay. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 5. Do you reckon it's 5 the other way now then? 2, 5. Hey, we got it. Nice. It's like a trap one, but it does actually just count up. There's my notepad. Okay, what has he got? A letter. My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I am paying you to defend me, not to accuse me. Kew Gardens is a royal institution. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and to save the most extraordinarily precious and rare species of plant. Our duty is to protect such species and from those who might wish to use them for dubious purpose. This divine syndicate of whom you speak have no right to hold such precious plants. Remember the case of June 14th, 1889. So I must respectfully ask you to once again to notarize the permissions on these plants on behalf of Kew Garden. The documents were sent to you on Monday. Yes. See you in Boodles on Tuesday, as always. Montague done. Don't think any is happening anytime soon. Nope. Not if you're doing zone locked, anyway. Although if it's zone locked, you're not really allowed to buy it. You are allowed to buy some things on certain contingencies. Because I was researching something last night, because I don't know if Matey Boy works or not. Mr. Dunn, we must ask you, for the last time, for the return of our dear sisters. You don't have any right to hold them imprisoned. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You are hiding behind lies. The lie, we need not elaborate, that was reported in the press as the case of June 14th, 1889. What you have done is quite abhorrent. Be very sure that we shall never abandon our family members. We trusted you and regret having done so. Fine, Cindy. It would be so useful. It would save you bits of time, yeah. I mean, Druid has like instant flight form as well, which
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
this document. Personal loan. Debt of Miss Margaret White, Mr. Montague Dunn. Rental of a suite of rooms at Oxford Street. An educational scholarship at the London University. Credits opened at Hamilton, Radigan House, Taylor's, and at Bard and Sons Luxury Jewelers. Ooh. Okay, so we have an archive to check. Anything else in here? No. What's this next room? The cloakroom is locked. But... Oh, it's the lab. Okay. So we know one of those is missing because we saw it in the bonfire. Laboratory table, wet bottle trace.
There was a bottle here. It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory.
Gold dust? Good heavens. What's it doing here?
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks, so it may be a valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But why would anyone perform
Level
such
30, that's like nice.
experiments in
I'm
botanical garden?
almost 34?
Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around.
I only did like one rare mode, well, one war mode and one normal lap last night that I didn't do.
Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. The bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect a faint scent. We need a good nose.
Oh, it's Toby time. We have to go back and get Toby.
Locked.
Yeah, we can't.
Holmes, Albert Dunn didn't give us the key to this door.
It does not matter. We will open it.
You don't have to go to Stormwind to disable it. You have to go there to enable it. But if you have the increased flight speed, it doesn't take very long anyway. This one's a little confusing. Me. Leave it.
Such masks are generally worn when dealing with toxic chemicals. It appears as though the protective equipment is missing from here.
We saw the one that was on fire, so...
Gloves, waterproof aprons, everything one might need for self-protection.
Do they grow dangerous plants here?
We'll make sure to unlock Chromie time as well at the weekend, and housing. Forgot to do that before, but we can do it. Yeah. Actually, no, I didn't forget to do it. I logged in like after stream, and it auto popped the housing quest for me. So okay, I'll do that. Hello, Mumba. Please stop biting. University of Cambridge
A
Botanical
botany
Section.
book.
Albert Dunn.
This student's book belongs to Albert.
He's repeating a year.
Chemicals. A sufficient quantity for some serious experiments.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory.
Martin Hamish's perception of plants. The notion of communication in the plant world has long been considered marvelous.
Yeah, more backspace would be nice. I think mine's a bit bigger than yours because I did Exile's Reach. So
In the event of attack.
A study report by Martin Hamish.
And it seems clear from these multiple experiments
I think I've got a couple
that
tens
their environment
and some eights.
form consciousness. Margaret White, February 1895. Report number 245.
Study report.
Okay, we need evidence for that.
This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes.
Rude. Okay, is that everything else in here? Shit. Do that. Can't speak to him. Why is he bugged? Is he still bugged, I should say? Yeah, because I saw how much his stuff cost. If you have to buy it on the market, and it ain't cheap. I'm really not sure on this one. I don't want to skip it because I mean I can skip them now because I have all the achievements for all the trophies for like not skipping. But I'd quite like to see how it's sold to try and help me understand it. Hmm? What? What? Rhymes. Oh, he just yeah, he's bugged then. He's still bugged. There was a bug report about it in the midnight beta, but he's been bugged for the whole of the previous expansion too. Okay, there's no like visual guys. Windy dev team. Yep. Okay, it has to be like that. Like, these have to line up. There. There we go. Okay, I was on the right track then. I love how he dramatically says open when he picks the lock. He didn't do that for the first couple. God, that's a nostalgic looking bench. Jesus Christ.
Miss White's locker.
PE in the gym. Ugh.
A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
How you doing, Mumby? You gonna play? Playing with my feet. Ow. Yeah, so the thing with those items, Lenny, is you can buy them from other vendors uh, in much later zones that aren't bugged. You can also buy them on the market, but if you were to buy all 3 sets of braces from the market at the moment, it's something like 12,000 gold. Dear Mother and Father, I am writing this letter with reluctance to ask for your help. My studies and my housing costs have proven to be more expensive than I had anticipated. I fear, therefore, that I may not be able to manage in the long term. I know that we have had our disagreements in the past, but would you be so heartless as to allow your daughter to fail her studies due to lack of money? Margaret. Expensive? Yeah, quite expensive.
Apparently, Miss White is a capable student.
Oh, a master's degree. Damn.
These
Jewels.
jewels must be worth a small fortune. A vanity purse. It is of high quality.
Margaret, we were surprised to receive your letter. How could you think to ask us for money after all these years that have passed since you left, and without any thought of us? You had never shared with us any detail of your success at the university, but you choose to do so now? We suppose you must be ashamed of us, for we are not from the same high class as your new friends. Yes, we are modest people, but you should learn to put your family first, as we at home have always done, and none of us ever compromise their reputation, as you've already with your employer, Mr. Dunn. No, Margaret, it is you who makes us feel ashamed. Your parent. Another letter. Dear Margaret, I know your financial troubles are overwhelming you at this present time. Please let me reassure you that I could not permit you to remain in such a dilemma. I was born of a wealthy family, and I would consider it an honor if you might accept my help. Your devoted servant, Albert. Oh, interesting. Servant, huh?
Martin Hamish's locker.
Can I get it? Yeah. Because it happened, if you watch, now that you're doing Zone Lock, Lenny, you should rewatch Nabal's first video. Because he talks about a lot of the stuff we're talking about. And how he handles it.
Father and I. Kew
Kew
Gardens. A review on rare and exotic plants. Martin Hamish has written several pieces.
Yeah, you should. It's a really good series. Some of my favorite YouTube content. Mr. General Secretary, recent events unfolding at Kew Gardens obliged me to renew my application for the management position. As I have stated already in my previous letters, I believe that no one is better suited for the post. While Mr. Montague Dunn was alive, I understood your reservation to my suggestion. Your reasons were political, and so I was happy to comply. But now the Kew Gardens lie in disorder. How can I stand by and allow it? How can I leave them in the hands of the inexperienced people with no motivation? I must urge you to cast your decision as a matter of urgency, so that I may devote myself entirely to the noble task ahead, and free my mind from this uncertainty.
Martin Hamish studied chemistry. Interesting.
Okay, we have archive stuff here. Statue fragments still. We have a dialogue. Okay.
Albert's locker.
A ship.
Specialist articles on shipyards and ship construction.
So he's
Albert
more
Dunn
interested
has a
in
great passion for shipbuilding
building
and the
ships,
sea.
yeah. He said his father like forced him to do
A
the botany
rejection
stuff.
letter from the British Royal Naval College.
Royal Naval School of NCO's Recruitment Centre, London. Sir, it is my regret to inform you that despite your excellent results within our entry examinations, we are unable to invite you into the Royal Navy School. Your father, Mr. Montague Dunn, has expressed his intention to entrust to you the directorship of the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew, and it is clear that he would not release you for an entire year of naval training. Please accept all our best wishes for your future at Kew Gardens. Yours very faithfully, J.M. Lemarchand. Lemarchand. Lemarchand? Probably Lemarchand, yeah. Director of the Royal Navy Training Centre. Photograph.
A picture of Miss White and Albert in front of the University of London.
And they seem to get along.
Okay. We have dialogue options.
The employee's cloakroom.
We haven't picked everything here, apparently. Everything's green apart from the evidence required thing that we can't do yet, I don't think. Okay. Alright, where else haven't we been? We haven't been in the nursery.
Nursery. This poster is for an exhibition that Martin Hamish was directing. But it had nothing to do with Kew Gardens.
The University of Oxford Botanic Garden. Horticultural competition winner
This
Martin Heyman.
certificate belongs to Martin Hamish. He won a horticultural competition.
Yeah.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
So if Montague was poisoned and dying in that room, you'd be able to see him from here.
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Did he poison him via the vent? Because there's a vent over there that links to this, well, links to the whole system. And it was a plant toxin that he had in his lung.
A
Martin Ha-
thesis written
Oh,
by
thesis.
Martin Hamish. A glasses case. It is empty.
I don't
This
even know what my
area
glasses
serves as
case
Martin Hamish's
is.
office.
Okay. So he works in the nursery. That's a lot of diplomas and awards. Oh, this is another part of the nursery? Okay. We'll check that in a sec. He actually released a news unlock video like a couple days ago, by the way, Lenny. The second Burning Crusade one. Good video. I like his skits too. I find them quite funny.
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery.
A wash basin. Oh.
A master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish. An award presented to Martin Hamish for
He's a
Best
very
Grower
accomplished
of the
gardener, huh?
Year.
Holy shit. His attitude's fucking terrible, but definitely good at his job. Oh, what the fuck? It's Mr. Dunn's bus. With a chunk of his head missing.
It is a bust of Montague Dunn. I am curious if the marble that we found will fit this place. Here it is. The marble fragment that we found in the Colonial Collection Room is what they have in common.
Hey, son, you can watch the whole journey in 12 videos, so it's more than that. I think 12 videos is like his first content. Also, he has a lot less to do than us because it's not fresh.
The seeds of plant species are stored here.
How's it going, Sandra? Guess this needs to be kept in the dark, huh? I don't think there's anything else in here. Can I open the cupboard? No. Are you watching World Race? Not at this exact second, but I was, yeah.
Locked.
Get a bit too distracted with it when I'm streaming.
seed house.
Margaret's still there. Okay. So it's not clear cut, this one. A lot of people seem, basically everyone involved so far has issues with Montague. But it's cool. Yeah, every Ultimate has a puzzle mechanic in it. This one's just quite different. Is this your first world race, Sandra, that you've seen? Or do you watch the other ones?
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
I do not
Personally?
think so.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
No, I couldn't say that.
Came
They
out
expanded
in
Kew Gardens together, that was
Shadowbringers.
all.
T.
And it was all my father's work. But
T
Dunn
was the Shadowbringers
always
Ultimate.
lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh, yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father, so it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
There is a bust of Montague Dunn in the nursery.
A bust? Oh, that old thing. Further proof of that outrageous ego of his.
But why in that room in particular?
T was a
Oh,
long time
I
ago
don't
now as
know.
well. That was
It
like
has always been there.
there were two other Ultimates after that. So I don't think I watched the T one either. I think I watched Top, but I don't remember.
It is strange, because I recovered a fragment of the bust inside the Colonial Collection room.
I watched my friend
Really?
Proc T, but
Oh,
I didn't
well,
I
so I
didn't
am
watch
mistaken.
the
It ought to
World
have been
Race.
removed during the cleanup. This room is so small.
Do you know who moved it?
I have no idea. Surely Mr. Dunn requested it. Do you have any more questions like this? Because fragments of rock are not my responsibility.
Evidently. Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Hello, Albert.
I perceive that you are passionate about the Royal Navy.
Passionate? No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so interested in plants.
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here. It has never been about anything else.
He's not very good at lying.
And yet I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
Seems the only one that was
You
relevant.
truly are
We
as
should
clever as
probably have
they
double
say.
checked that one.
Yes, that's correct. And in fact, my father was strongly against the idea. He did his best to ruin my plans, although I almost did succeed. But my dreams were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Excuse me, but I have to tidy up this room.
Okay. Don't know if we should talk to Margaret yet. We don't have any other new dialogue things, so I think it's all archive stuff. Is probably the hardest P1. I don't know. I think top is probably up there. Honestly, from a personal perspective, I found I don't think it's that much different to 3 so far. Having progged like both of them, you know. It's a different kind of like phase 1, but I wouldn't say it's like particularly harder.
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do. Let us go to Kew Gardens.
Okay. Research some rare plants. List of exotic stolen plants exhibited at Kew Garden. Dionea carnivorous, Carlina nibrare, I don't know. Florum diabolica, Bromelena odorata, Prunus seratina, Elium forestipus, Biblis. Encyclopedias, I guess. Cocaine toothache drops. Where can I get those? Ooh, wait. Exotic plant? I don't see any of their names in these two. That's nicotine. Yeah. These plants have a certain toxicity in common, more or less variable. No, like all of them. Only the first 3 can be dangerous to humans, particularly Florum diabolica, but only under very specific conditions. The plant should react to a process of aggression against which it will issue deadly spores.
Here it is.
And there's also a top fan. That means he's crazy. That's a red flag. if someone is a fan of top, it's a red flag. Research on the broken pot. Symbol of the broken flower pot found in the backyard. The symbol is not from the Kew Gardens. This glyph means divine, if I'm not. Ah, the Divine Syndicate. The Divine Scholastic Syndicate for Vegetation and Veneration. The giant dragon and a lady horror. Hold on. The masochist who enjoys the hardest stuff in the game. Yeah, I like Ultimates. I just think like top was too much for a lot of people. I know a lot of people that quit the game because of top, like hardcore raiders that don't raid anymore or quit completely. Even a lot of the world race people say top is too much. Divine Scholastic Syndicate for Veneration. The members of the Syndicate worship Truan the God King. Quite a title. They strive to obtain spiritual peace and release themselves from the material world, so generous donations are appreciated.
Here it is. The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
Search for the symbol of the exhibition. Symbol of the flower pots found at Kew Gardens. The pots did not belong there. Hmm. Religious symbol.
That is not the one I need.
London Garden Supplies. Okay, there we go. Seymour's Garden Equipment Supplies. We are a premium supplier for all your landscape gardening and timber requirements. Full range supply and delivery of sands, soils, mulches, pots, and anything else you may need. 3 Blurton Road
Here
line.
it is.
The Divine Syndicate. A member of the Divine Syndicate pressed a complaint against Kew Gardens and mentioned an old case that had been published in the newspapers as the case of June 14th, 1889. Scandal at the Divine Syndicate. The Divine Syndicate, club followers of the God King Truan, situated on 48 Grosvenor Street, Carlton Road, protectors of plants and more, particularly trees, are currently the subject of an administrative investigation. The leaders of this organization are suspected of financial malfeasance. It may be that this investigation will lead to charges of judiciary. Meanwhile, many voices have risen high against this inspection, denouncing the state. In fact, this private organization, which has given as its goal the defense and protection of nature, and which incorporates many persons of influence, including political representatives of the opposition party.
Here it is. And here is
politics.
the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunn.
You know why he hasn't cleared his UCOP? That's kind of surprising. UCOP's considered like the second easiest. Okay. Find the stolen plants. Find the plant that was used to kill Mr. Montague Dunn. Find out who killed Mr. Montague Dunn. Use Toby to track the strange scent from the lab. Find out what the Dunn's... I guess we need Toby. New tender trader stuff. Something looks really cool. Oh, the one that's the special currency one installment. I haven't checked.
Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance. Search, Toby. Search.
Yeah, dog time. Can't even look at the handsome boy because of the camera. Damn it. Alright, Toby, what are you gonna find? Hidden place.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found.
Hidden bottle.
This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here. There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes. A tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle.
Okay. I guess we have to go back to Baker Street. Good job, Toby. Analyze unknown liquid.
Let us determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis.
Test people's reactions. Wow, no one's redeemed the first yet. I do love how everyone here just assumes that everyone else has already redeemed it.
colorless, water-based liquid.
Might not be able to answer. I will try my best. I feel like inhaling this is a bad idea.
Quite a strong floral aroma.
I wouldn't taste it.
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So what
Will
do
we
you
be
think
solving
it is?
mysteries tonight?
It is
Hopefully.
some kind of
How's it going, Sonny?
organic
Fine, I'll do it.
compound.
Fuck you all.
Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
I like solving mysteries. Me too, buddy.
Small colorless crystals. Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you.
It's a good course to go to the Darkroom Fair. It's a monthly event first of each week. Can we travel there? Do we need to unlock the zone? I think the Darkroom Fair is okay, to be honest.
I need to take a pipette and make several drops of the reagent.
I'm not really... I don't have an issue with it.
Red sediment, just as I suspected. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable.
Quite the Western
and that is
Frontier,
why
not
there
much
is
to
a
report on.
quantity of gold
Fair enough.
dust to prevent contamination.
Nothing like
This
a
mixture
nice,
is
ordinary
probably a
day.
fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
Okay. The Divine Syndicate.
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who can
Nice.
help us.
Nabal actually had a confusing moment with all the things in his most recent video. There was a vendor in Zangarmarsh that wasn't listed on all the things that had stuff that he needed. So there might be some stuff that all the things is missed. Of course, nah, it's fine. We can't be blamed for something that isn't in the thing.
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
Like, the condition is we 100% all the things. With maybe the exception of Antonio's stuff. Royal
The
Botanical
Kew
Garden.
Gardens
Okay.
symbol.
Need to include missing. Maybe.
A fragment of a flower pot.
Zone Locked is growing in popularity. Unfortunately, because of DMU, I won't have much time stream for Zone Locked stuff at the moment. Okay.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock.
I am exalting the sap. A while can you wait? From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance, do not disturb.
Disturbed is most definitely the word.
There. Completed is the symbiosis. Welcome you are. To introduce myself, I am the Green Grand Mystic.
The Green Grand Mystic himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
Cool tattoo.
We are two gentlemen who are extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
Tattoo. Fingertip callus. Arm injury, acid, but chemical practice.
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
There's 3 more people to check out
It is
in
a
the game.
school of anastomosis, the divine scholastic syndicate for vegetation veneration and meditation. You may say, the divine syndicate. Glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom and its wisdom. And to be permitted, you must earn it. Yes.
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy there.
Okay. I guess it's the pot, right? Select the correct answer. Was that not correct?
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy there.
Nevertheless, we have seen Kew Gardens flower pots in your yard. How could they happen to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search.
Oh, he's mad.
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago, and we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us, were you involved?
No. Those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe.
Done.
Yes, that's what I said.
Dump.
He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the exhibition at his green-fly-infested gardens. But he never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility. So we went in and saved them.
I see. So, if you stole those rare plants from them, then it means... Ah, I get it. Bravo, Holmes. I think the case is solved.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were unable to find our 3 plants.
I beg your pardon. And yet you took all of the exotic plants from the stand.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
Green Grand Mystic, we are ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
It's with a T, right? Yeah, Truan.
Our God King's name is Triwan, Green Grand Mystic.
Triwan.
Oh, la. Good, good. I like you. Here is the holy key to the wisdom place. Holy donation can you make whenever you so wish.
Thank you so much.
I pray you to taste our fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps to free.
Does it just kill me?
But of course.
Raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
Well, we will leave you to your meditation.
Okay. There's just 3 people left in the last case. Okay. Can I hit the gong? Sorry. That was very satisfying. Oh, right. We haven't talked much about the state of play. Dude, it was so good. There weren't many things I wasn't interested in. The new God of War looks sick. We should be probably quite a way off yet. Silent Hill Townfall looks really good. Until Dawn 2 will be interesting. I like the first one.
That should be the raw sap that the Green Grand Mystic spoke of.
The only thing I wasn't a big fan of were the games coming to the Classic Collection, because none of them are really things I'm interested in. Am I just about to take Coke? That's a lot of Coke, if so.
It is rather delicious, and of an excellent quality.
My word, Holmes. Their sap is like a form of cocaine.
Am I off my tits now? No, there's not 5 Watsons, so we're not that tripped up yet. Although, maybe.
This door is locked, but I can try to open it.
Oh, fuck me. Is it one of these again? Okay, there's only one thing. They really cranked up these fucking things, didn't they? That's interesting. The middle one doesn't move left or right. I was trying to slot it into the other one, but... Right. Hey, got it. Struggling with the first one helped me get that one a bit more.
Osmosis and photosynthesis.
Dude just picked up a science book for the first time.
This must be Triwan, the Divine Syndicate's god.
A rather phallic looking flower.
A tropical plant, nothing of interest. A tropical plant.
Oh,
nothing of
Revolution.
interest. tropical plant. Nothing of interest. A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
Do you think it's a tropical plant with nothing of interest, guys?
These 3 plants are identical to the ones shown at the exhibition. I shall take them. A tropical plant. Nothing of interest. A tropical plant. Nothing of
Nothing
interest.
of interest. That's the caterpillars, right?
Caterpillars. They are raised as food for certain plants. Let's take them.
I don't think there's anything else we can look at in here. Is this like a fucking opium den or something? Oh,
These
it actually
instruments
is.
are used for smoking opium.
No, you don't understand, guys. It's not that I know what an opium den looks like. I don't visit them. There was one in the last game. And in Thief, if I remember correctly. The one on PS4. On the first areas you go. So knowledgeable. Yeah, yeah.
This cabinet is full of chemicals. They are the same as the ones we found in the laboratory at Kew Gardens. This substance is an alkaloid, the same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens. That would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments.
I don't know what half of this shit does. If Trance was here, he'd be able to teach me. I think Trance is reading at the moment.
A vast amount of opium.
I don't think there's anything else in here that we can get. Yeah, I think some clues. Okay. Margaret White's studies and social situation were completely dependent on Montague Dunn's wealth. Missing deadly plants. Interesting. There we go. Hamish's motive. Martin Hamish had a motive. He believed that he and his father's lives had been ruined by Dunn, who had taken the credit for all of their work. Hamish wished to take over the directorship of Kew Gardens, but he knew that would not be possible with Dunn still alive. White's bullshit. White and Dunn. White's situation. Disagreement. Miss White and Mr. Dunn had a recent disagreement. Montague Dunn was planning to release Miss White from her position at Kew Garden. Albert's ambition. Albert's motive. Albert had a motive to kill his father, Montague Dunn. Dunn had thwarted Albert's dream of joining the Royal Navy by killing his father. Albert could have his revenge and eventually succeed in his father's place as the director of Kew Gardens. Set up the experiment. Set up the alkaloid from a chemical laboratory and the caterpillars and perform the experiment with deadly plants. Okay. Poisoning. Dunn was poisoned. After being trapped in the colonial collection room by the killer, Montague Dunn was affected by inhaling a virulent vegetal poison. Poison and deadly plants. Theft and murder. The killers may be those who stole the exotic plants, including the deadly species from the last exhibition at Kew Gardens. Divine Syndicate thieves. Theft and murder. So we got partial theft. The Divine Syndicate stole all but the deadly plants from the exhibition, and the sect stole everything. The Divine Syndicate stole all plants from the exhibition, including the deadly species. They could have used them in order to murder Montague Dunn. Okay, the Syndicate killed Dunn. The Divine Syndicate planned the death of Montague Dunn. They had been involved in a dispute with Dunn over the stolen plants. Lure the Green Grand Mystic to Scotland Yard. This is the only way to deal with the dangerous criminal who organised the exotic plants theft and murdered Montague Dunn. Shelter the Green Grand Mystic in an asylum without notifying Scotland Yard. His opium addiction has affected his sanity and he needs treating accordingly. Okay, we can't finish those. Okay. That's all we need to do in this screen for now, because if we do any more,
we can begin our experiment.
We might screw ourselves out of a trophy, and we would not want that.
This Green Grand Mystic fellow
Is he doing
seems
the
rather
movements?
suspicious, Holmes. What should we do next, Holmes?
Oh dear, Toby. I wasn't aware that you were Watson's new literary agent.
Let's do the experiment.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask. This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid. This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid. It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid. No reaction. This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
Can I pour it on the cappers? Okay. So.
How interesting.
Whoa!
What a strong and
Jesus.
effective defensive mechanism. I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating.
Oh.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it.
Yes, let's open it up.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid. A carnivorous plant. A prickly plant.
It is prickly.
This is a strange and unusual plant. Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary.
That's not how I would describe it, but sure.
The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Okay. So let's go back to Kew Gardens. More questioning to do. Yeah. The Divine Syndicate.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
Your activity at the
What
morning.
were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly, I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Okay. Go speak to Albert, and then we'll go speak to Margaret. Day of Dunn's death.
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious. Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes, he came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
Other people's activity.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
Divine Syndicate.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Okay, let's go see Miss White. See what she has to say. She's the one I'm most suspicious of, to be honest. Could be wrong. Fine being wrong. Just she's the one I'm weirded
Can
out
you
by.
tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
Time of death.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house.
I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr.
Interesting.
Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
Your records.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
The Divine Syndicate.
The Divine Syndicate. Does that name mean anything to you, by any chance?
Not at all. But it is a very pretty name.
That's a bit weird.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
Okay. Okay, so. Right, so. So he inhaled the spores. But there's no table here unless it's been removed. Was it from the vent? And he escaped. It knocks the bust over, which damages it. And he's poisoned. Tries to make it through here. Escape, breaks the door, and then collapses.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
Okay.
The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
Am I dropping caterpillars on his head? Seems kind of rude. So we have to activate that from out here. The ventilation system's at the back, right? Back left.
power is on. The engine has started. The ventilation system is working.
Okay, I guess we go back and check it. Alright. Wait, hang on. Does it turn in here? Oh, it does. Ah.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room. Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
So that'll be with... Yeah, at Hamish's desk.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window. Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo.
It's
Now,
covered in
just
caterpillars,
help me
dude.
to get rid of these caterpillars.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
Okay, so... time to start linking stuff. But we have to be careful here. This is where we can get screwed out of a trophy. Alright. Link the clues. So do not select the node below Hamish's motive. Connect Albert's studies. Albert had the biological knowledge to stimulate the deadly plants, but he's terrible at remembering them. Sect is not involved. It is between them. Someone stole the deadly plants before the Divine Syndicate were able to. Partial theft. Divine Syndicate stole all but the deadly plants from the expedition. To lead you to the deduction that Albert killed Dunn. Albert killed his own father, Montague Dunn. Dunn had humiliated his son repeatedly, obstructing his dreams and breaking his spirit. Albert killed his own father, citing years of humiliation and frustration at his father's dissuading him from joining the Navy. We conclude that Albert is a cold-blooded murderer who should be placed behind bars. Montague Dunn was a bad father. His murder was the solution to years of torment and humiliation. As no one knows the truth, we can allow the police to believe it was an accident. Albert must live with this conscience. Okay. So, Albert's lack of experience. Albert's not very good at botany. It is doubtful that he could have learned how the plants might release their deadly spores. Insect is not involved. White situation, correct. Disagreement, correct. White's knowledge. Miss White had the biological knowledge to simulate the deadly plants. White killed Dunn. Margaret White killed Montague Dunn. Her professional ambition and personal situation had been damaged by the breakup with Dunn. Miss White is a dangerous woman, very capable of carrying out an elaborate murder. When she realized she was unable to make further monetary gain from Dunn, she advanced her affections to Albert. She deserves the rope. Miss White is a desperate woman in debt, resigned to the consorting with wealthy gentlemen. When Dunn cast her aside, her life stopped. She killed him in desperation. Deserves a second chance. Finally connect. Dunn was poisoned. Sect is not involved. Hamish's motive. Hamish's opportunity. Martin Hamish had the opportunity to stimulate the deadly plants in the colonial collection room. As a biologist, he would have understood the technicality of how to do this. White's lack of experience. The knowledge Miss White acquired at the university might not be enough to guarantee the correct reaction of deadly plants. Hamish is guilty. Martin Hamish could be the killer. He had the opportunity to steal the Divine Syndicate's plants and stimulate them from his workplace, directly after he had locked Montague Dunn inside the colonial collection room. Effect the arrest of Martin Hamish. So actually lock that. Okay, that's why you have to do it in that order, because otherwise you get locked out.
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
The Scotland Yard, our favourite place. We've been here a lot. Back and forth quite a lot. Not so much in this case, but in general.
A very good day to you, my friend. Is Inspector Lestrade in?
The inspector's waiting for you in his office.
Is there anything in the evidence room? Yeah, we've already done it. Staff room. I haven't been in here yet. It's my first time.
I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of the murder of Montague Dunn.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to arrest him.
Very good. I shall wait to hear from you.
Even though he didn't know it was a murder and they assumed he died of a heart attack, he apparently knew it. Mm-hmm.
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
You're not kidding with the name, though. It's fucking huge. Oh, shit.
Holmes, my God.
Yes, we found him like that.
Our messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to examine it.
A letter. Martin Hamish's regret. Life has become a living hell. I find it unbearable. Dunn deserved to die, but I cannot forgive myself for having his blood upon my hands. We Hamishes seem to have always fallen victim to our circumstance, and I find myself to be no exception. I must atone, and I shall do so, here and now. Farewell.
The mark around the neck is very visible. He died instantly.
Look at
Holmes, his left shoe is unique. This anomaly is often a characteristic of...
A club foot. Bravo, Watson. That is the key element of this case.
Okay. Club foot. The worn down double heel in his left shoe reveals that Martin Hamish suffered from a club foot and tibial torsion. He admitted to murdering Montague. Hamish acted alone. Martin Hamish was unable to run due to the tibial torsion in his club foot. Therefore, we should find out if he had sufficient time to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room and activate the ventilation system. Do you have an accomplice? Talk to Lestrade. Discuss with Lestrade the possible impact of new clues found on the body of Martin Hamish. I thought it was over, dude. I didn't realize there was more. Sweet.
Something about this rings very oddly.
Why do you say that, Mr. Holmes?
Why? Because of Mr. Hamish's club foot. Oh, I deserve to be kicked from here to Charing Cross. I should have noticed it.
But, Mr. Holmes, I can't see why.
No, I don't suppose you do. You must recall that Mr. Dunn was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan situated above it, taking into consideration the condition of his foot.
Well, it is still possible.
Perhaps, but it is rather strange that such a person as Mr. Hamish decided to base his plan on the speed of his gait.
You mean to say that somebody helped him?
So the suicide is questionable?
Correct. Mr. Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so the investigation stops.
Possibly an accomplice, then? That idea had not occurred to me, Mr. Holmes.
Okay.
I have another idea, Inspector. Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild the events as they took place that day.
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper case.
They always talk about the Jack the Ripper one, but I haven't played that game because it's not on
The map
console.
at the entrance of Kew Gardens should help us with our timeline.
Maybe we should play it at some point.
Let us analyze the facts and statements so that we may recreate the events of that morning.
Okay, 9:30. Albert meets Montague. Montague Dunn and Martin Hamish at the Seed House. Oh, wait. So they're color-coded with the timeline they should appear. Okay, yes, I was right. He said they left at 20 to 10. That was earlier though, right? No. Martin Hamish and Montague went to meet Albert in the Seed House at 9:30. It was at around 20 minutes to 10 when Hamish and Montague Dunn went out to the backyard. After 10 minutes, Dunn recommenced his inspection and entered the dry topic. So that would go there. Right? And then Hamish returned to the Seed House. Wait, no, hang on. That's in. Wait, no, yeah, okay, no, that makes sense. He only has 2. Miss White is talking with... Martin Hamish had a conversation with Miss White at 10 o'clock. Miss White was in the laboratory until 10:40 when she saw Hamish and Albert in the water lily greenhouse and joined them. 10:40. Hamish ran to Albert as soon as he discovered that Montague Dunn was unwell, which is around 10:30. Albert was in the sea house the entire morning. 10 minutes past 10. Is that right?
Let us summarize. Montague Dunn was poisoned inside
Oh, I got
the
it right.
Colonial Collection.
Okay. I wasn't
He
sure
forced
about
open the door,
the
which means that
10:20 or
someone
10:30
got
on the
him
poisoning.
inside there at 10:20. Martin Hamish was last seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time. Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door. More than enough time.
Okay.
Perfect, Watson. Now, let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunn.
Okay, so we have another big set of deductions to do. Okay, here we go. White's timeline. Okay, and then we'll link Hamish's timeline and Albert's timeline. Dunn was poisoned. The sect is not involved. Hamish's motive, Hamish's opportunity. Hamish is guilty. Albert's lack of experience. Albert's motive, which is hidden. Okay, there we go. Because it's there's too much now. I wish we could zoom out a little bit. Right. Albert's motive, theft and murder. Partial theft. Hamish acted alone, question mark. Then we'll do Albert is not involved. Martin Hamish and Albert are not accomplices. It is unlikely that Albert would have had the opportunity, and 10 minutes would not have been enough to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. White is not involved. Martin Hamish and Miss White are not accomplices. It is unlikely that White would have had the opportunity, and 20 minutes would not have been enough to lock the door. It definitely would have been. Locking a door does not take long. Hamish did it alone. Martin Hamish committed the murder alone. He loathed Montague Dunn because of his treatment of Hamish's father. Hamish had enough time to lock Dunn in and activate the ventilation fans from his workplace. We know this just isn't true. Martin Hamish killed Montague Dunn for he believed he had ruined the lives of himself and his father. His revenge was at great cost. He would rather allow Scotland Yard to wrap up the case and receive all the glory. Martin Hamish killed Montague Dunn in revenge for his father, and to take over the management of Kew Gardens, which was his loss of power. He got what he deserved. Now you can announce a brilliantly solved case. Continue. Okay. Next, Dunn was poisoned. Sect is not involved. Hamish's motive, opportunity. Hamish is guilty. Albert's lack of experience. Albert's motive, theft, murder. Partial theft. Hamish acted alone. Albert had time. Albert was Martin Hamish's accomplice. 10 minutes would have been enough for him to follow Montague Dunn and lock the door in order for Martin might activate the ventilation system. White is not involved. Albert is an accomplice. Albert was Martin Hamish's accomplice in killing Montague Dunn. Humiliated repeatedly by his father and denied his dreams, Albert resolved to aid and abet the murder. Albert Dunn killed his father in collaboration with Hamish, citing years of humiliation and frustration at his father dictating his life. We conclude that Albert is a cold-blooded murderer who deserves life in prison. Absolving him would be... Killing Dunn in collaboration with Hamish was the only way to end years of torment and humiliation. We can allow the police to believe it was Hamish alone so Albert can go free, but he must live with his conscience. Okay. Alright, the final one. Dunn was poisoned, the sect is not involved. Hamish's motive and opportunity, he's guilty. Albert's lack of experience and motive are off as well. Theft and murder, partial. Albert is not involved. White had time. Miss White had 20 minutes. It would have been enough to trap Montague Dunn. She could have locked the door and alerted Martin Hamish to activate the ventilation system. White's situation. Disagreement. White is an accomplice. Margaret White was Martin Hamish's accomplice in killing Montague Dunn. Her professional ambition and personal situation had been damaged by the breakup. Miss White is a dangerous woman, very capable of carrying out an elaborate murder for monetary gain. She flirted with Dunn's son, Albert, and later pushed Martin Hamish to his suicide. Deserves the rope. Miss White is a desperate woman in debt, resigned to consorting with wealthy gentlemen. When Dunn cast her aside, she killed him in desperation. Hamish tried to save her. She deserves a second chance. Condemn.
But Holmes, how can you be certain that we'll find Miss White here?
It is obvious, Watson. Just use your brain.
Is it obvious?
I am using it. I do use it.
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish, Miss White must act to erase all traces of her implication. After the suicide of her accomplice, there is one final trace remaining: the deadly plants of the Divine Syndicate. She will be there.
Very good. Shall we go?
Just one moment. Now listen to me, Watson. I shall see her alone. You will conceal yourself behind her, quietly.
Whatever are you planning?
Nothing spectacular. The impulses of women have always been a mystery to me. But she is a bold one, and so we must be cautious.
Aye, aye.
All right. You can count on me, Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, good day to you.
You do not seem surprised, Miss White.
Well, I was expecting you.
Not for too long, I believe. So please tell me, as it is still unclear, who planned the murder? Was it you?
You were wrong, Mr. Holmes.
It was Martin Hamish, then. You managed to convince him to take on a more prominent role.
You could not be further from the truth.
You think that you can fool me?
You don't care what I think.
It is difficult to care about someone who is capable of pushing a man to his suicide. It is over, Miss White. The police will be here any minute.
Over, perhaps. One moment you were here, and the next, you were on the other side.
The other side? No! Stop! I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
Whew.
Well
I hate those bits.
Watson.
They're a
It was
bit
not
tense.
faking.
Miss White, you have no right to take your own life.
Dr. Watson? Did you just save me? Or worse?
Okay. Miss White is a dangerous woman, very capable of carrying out an elaborate murder. When she realized that she was unable to make any further monetary gain from Montague Dunn, she advanced her affections to Albert, his son. She was the one who locked the door of the Colonial Collection Room directly after Hamish released the caterpillars and then pushed Martin Hamish to his suicide only to cover herself. She got what she deserved. Accept decision. The Kew Gardens drama complete. A deadly flower. A half-moon walk.
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson,
We have. Where to?
to the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
They seem to like
Watson,
Sherlock,
you
though.
should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Ah, sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it
That's
goes
if he
on.
is down.
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
Well, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes is my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
Well, and forget about the dinner. Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Whitechapel again, huh? Wiggins helps us a lot, so we should help him if we can. Okay, there we go. Oh, we have the poisonous plant. I don't know if I'd want to keep that around. Hello, Toby.
Hello, Toby.
Oh,
All you need
God.
now is a shawl and a mop cap, and you could be Mrs. Hudson's younger sister.
All the doggy interacting trophies. Oh, all the events. Where's my plant? Oh, the letter. Sensation. An exotic method of murder. The arsenal of our present-day criminals may soon be refilled with poisonous plants. A young and beautiful woman in collaboration with her colleague at Kew Gardens planned the terrible murder of their director, Mr. Montague Dunn. Only one detective was capable of uncovering the truth behind a tragedy that was initially believed to be a simple heart attack. That detective's name is Sherlock Holmes. Mr. Holmes, I am writing to inform you that the affair at the Abbey Grange, which took place almost half a year ago now, still resonates deeply in high society and remains a subject of much gossip. This case's romantic background has attracted many suitors who show willing to shelter and take pity on Lady Brackenstall, but to this date, she still serves her sentence with her maid, Teresa, and has rejected all offers to help. To be truthful, I suspect that the true motivation of these suitors may well be related to Sir Eustace's title and money. What do you think, Mr. Holmes? Sincerely yours, Inspector Lestrade. Oh, Watson has the plant. Does he want that, or did we just put it in there? Okay, Half Moon Street. Back to Whitechapel, eh? Yeah. Oh.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
The victims.
Who were the victims?
The two men here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
A jeweller, okay.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
The testimony.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Shots.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
Firework.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course.
Details in Half Moon.
Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Mr. Turner's window.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
Mr. Holmes, I had no doubt about this case, but now that you are here...
I have doubts. Okay. Brian Vercotti.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
The wound.
The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound.
His head.
Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
He's got great teeth for a British ruffian, though.
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vicotti must have done some time there.
Okay. Kenneth Butler.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
Object. Piece of wood.
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
Like the end of a cane or something?
This shard of wood is quite new.
A key.
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
Brian Turner.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
Okay. Testimony. Oh, we should check him out first. This is the third last character portrait we have to do. Middle class. Balaclava, Crimean War veteran. Missing buttons. Poor life. Requires support. Weak leg, limping. Probably injured. Maybe
Could
an
you
old
tell us
war
everything
wound.
that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
That's not
Mr.
what
Turner,
the policeman
did you see
said, though.
anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
It doesn't
Were the
line
2
up,
shots
though.
you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
Different gun.
That is an interesting comment.
After the escape.
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the half moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Okay, Ryan Turner. Ryan Turner is around 60 years of age. He is a veteran of the Crimean War, a fact of which he is very proud. His leg was most likely injured during this war, and he has been limping since then. Mr. Turner lives a poor life. Different shot. 2 victims. Turner's view. Dark window. Okay, that one doesn't work. 2 victims. Turner's view. Dark window. No. Turner's view. Dark window. Conflicting statements. Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window of his flat until the police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Mara's statement, as the constable did not see anyone in the window.
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother at Scotland Yard? Is he all right?
Oh, hello.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Your testimony?
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
The shots?
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Anyone else?
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street, prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
Okay.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Talk to Mr. Turner and check the view from his flat. There should be something that explains his contradictory statements. Is he lying to us?
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Turner's contradiction.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
What's he doing, or what was this here?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Yeah, he does have a limp.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
Okay. That's the right view. Let's look around the rest of the house first.
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
Fire, ashes, burnt paper.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here. These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Interesting. Could be linked. Could not be. They like to throw in red herrings like that in these games.
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry.
They've had a giant A and a
short
Y
while
on them.
ago.
Maybe it'll be related. Maybe you've got a good eye. Walking stick. Oh, look, I was right. I said it looked like the end of a cane. Because I'm an old man.
This walking stick is broken. It was placed here quite recently. A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. he did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
Can you believe it, guys? Jazzy stuck her tongue out at me. How rude can you be? Unbelievable.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed
I
by
know,
the sound
right?
of gunshots.
Disgusting behavior. Dude. Because I watched the state of play when it went live at like 5 a.m. I messaged Jazzy on Discord afterwards saying, do not check your like friend group's chat because she has like a video game chat with her classmates because it will spoil it for you. And then we watched the thing and she was like, I wouldn't tell her what the final game was. She's like, what am I going to react? Like, are you going to tell me? It's like, no. She's like, how am I going to react? It's like, you're going to scream. And she did. She did scream for the God of War game. It was a good one, dude. Quite a few games coming out this year, too.
Kitchen knife is quite sharp.
I think there was only one that was like just in development and not like a rough date or a guaranteed date. Kitchen table. Sweeping. Shredded paper.
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
Mr. Turner.
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window.
He has a good view.
The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Okay. So. He got up from bed. That's definitely the first one. And he goes to the window and has a look. Then he goes to see what's happened. He takes something from the shelf. Places the... Okay. And then he cuts it. And then he throws it. Because he's placing it when it's broken, so it has to be after he goes out. Wonder... this paper's the confusing bit. Let's see if we got it right. Okay, so he limps over to the window. Has a look. These bodies. Really fast forward it. He's quite slow because of his leg. Okay, so he goes over. What does he do down here though? And that's when his stick breaks, right? He's taking something from the body. Oh, then yeah, it gets stuck and he breaks it. Okay. So he goes back upstairs. Yeah, and then he puts the stick back. Takes something from the shelf. And he cuts something up. Which is probably the thing he took off those guy, the jeweler guy, right? And he throws it in the fire.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
Books. Fat print.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer
Moby
look.
Dick. Iconic book.
Well now, what a find. A precious jewel, concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head design.
This does look cool.
A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
Okay. Let's ask him some questions then, I guess. Walking to the window.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
His limp, right?
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
The whole truth.
And
Come
what
on,
of
dude.
everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
The bracelet.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
I don't know, man.
By lying to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, he's not. He didn't really do
You are
anything
not
particularly
criminal.
wrong.
I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
That's why it's better to stay at home at night.
I just stay at home, period, dude. Yeah. Was he holding the bracelet then? Okay. The Scotland Yard. Need to update my trophies.
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
Mr. Holmes, what is the trouble with that lad? Isn't he guilty of murder?
Shapes of noses. Okay. Sure, that's a reference to something. I don't think I've ever looked around his office properly. Don't think it's going to let me do it this time either. Yeah.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
It's a big fucking scar, dude. Recent beating, resisted arrest, hot-headed. Fancy scarf, downtown fashion, cushy job, office clerk. Westgate prison tattoo, past imprisonment, committed a crime. Your story.
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw two men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
Okay.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
Why did you take the gun, though?
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man.
The third man.
Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps it's strange, but
This is quite interesting, this one.
remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
Why follow him?
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
Escape prisoners?
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr.
I suppose I should
Vercotti.
go and check the evidence
You
room
came to
before I
know
came
him
here, huh?
from your sharing
Oops.
a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Brian Vercotti.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison.
Oh, shit.
He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Okay, let's go check the evidence room. Aha. Leighton's belongings.
These
Rolled
cigarettes
cigarettes.
are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting. A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt.
Leighton's gun.
So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
Have a look.
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
Okay. You reckon we can talk to him about the gun?
Tell old Wiggins that'll be fine.
So different shots. Leighton's revolver. Simultaneous shots. Turner could hear the contrast between the 2 fired shots as in fact 3 shots were made. At first a single shot was fired, then 2 guns fired simultaneously directly after. More linking. Old acquaintance. Loot. Personal motive. The violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Leighton Chapman could have had a personal motive. But we'll have to get that, so. Leighton's statements. Common statement. Imaginary man. The person whom Leighton Chapman describes in his statements is a figment of his own imagination created to vindicate himself. Leighton's revolver and the common statement. Compelling evidence. The witness testimonies and the crime weapon clearly point to one possible culprit, Leighton Chapman. 2 victims, Leighton's revolver. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vicotti were the victims of a double murder carried out by one person. Okay. Can we talk to him again?
Tell old Wiggins that'll be fine.
Okay, so we want to link. The imaginary man. Personal motive compelling. Firing position. Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots as they were made from a different point in Half Moon Street. Okay. Leighton Chapman committed a double murder at Half Moon Street. An old and mutual enmity between Leighton Chapman and Brian Vicotti was the motive for this crime. Despite committing murder, Leighton is a young, albeit foolish and impressionable man. His younger brother Wiggins would be left completely alone. Leighton's sentence will be shortened. Condemn him. Leighton Chapman may be young, but he is already a vicious murderer who killed a prison acquaintance over a long-standing grudge. He deserves life in prison. Interesting, yeah, how for the first time the just one on the left is a is the absolving one. All right, what have we got in our inventory to work with? We have an archive search to do. Okay. The Baker Street. I'm not really sure. I guess an encyclopedia or an archive in the archives or something? I don't know. Hi, Boo Boo. An antique golden bracelet that was found in Mr. Turner's flat is decorated with distinctive ram heads. Antique art? Oh. Good guess. These beautiful antique jewels represent a part of the Hellenistic treasures collection. Depicted are the 5 heads of mountain rams upon a bracelet, necklace, and ring, each made of pure gold. The 5 rams of Mytilene have been missing from the museum since 1885.
Here it is.
So it's stolen.
I need to continue my research in my archives.
1885. Hellenistic treasures stolen. It's treacherous theft. The Hellenistic treasures were stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to the Glassford Fine Art Exhibition. Pawn shop owner Kenneth Butler contacted Scotland Yard that night and provided information regarding a gentleman who had attempted to sell him a collection of historical art at his pawn shop in Church Street. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London via the port. He was recognized by the surviving driver of the cab that had transported the collection of Hellenistic treasures. Vincent Foley refused to confess as to where the remainder of the treasures were hidden. He was eventually imprisoned. The lost treasures are still to be found.
Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
Okay, a new place to go. And we have a key. Oh yeah, true, that key might be for that. We have one more person to meet too. Leighton Chapman is in his 20s and is Wiggins' older brother. Growing up on the streets and being a hot-headed lad, he committed a crime for which he served time in Westgate Prison. He is currently detached from his past street life and is probably working somewhere as an office clerk. Okay, to the pawn shop. Where's Watson staying out the way? It's the same street model, but with like slightly different houses. But it's quite similar. Bit higher end.
door is locked, but I won't try to pick it. There are people directly behind me. Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly.
Perfectly. You losers. Fuck. Look at us losers. Climbing equipment.
Crampons and a sharp ice axe would only be brought here by a mountaineer.
You were saying, yeah. Yeah, I know. Calm as a bitch. Okay.
A
Flare
flare
pistol.
pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by a destitute sailor.
Oh, the guy saw a flash, right? Leighton, he said he was blinded by a flash. Oh shit, it's one of them.
The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 Rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
Interesting. Brian Vicotti's letter. Hello, Kenneth. I remember you once told me about 3 pieces of golden jewelry or ram heads from ancient Greece. Still got them, right? More good news for you. Found a man loaded with money who's crazy about those jewels. Ready to fork out a small fortune. I can arrange a meeting with this money bag for you, but I want you to cut me in on the deal. I'll be waiting for you at the crossing of the Great Alley in Half Moon Street on Sunday evening before the fireworks. Brian Vicotti.
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
Do some more deducting. Butler's jewels. Burglary motive. The search for the missing Hellenistic treasures could be the motive for the crime that was committed in Half Moon Street. Mr. Turner picked up the bracelet directly after the murder, but the ring is still missing. The violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Leighton Chapman could have had a personal motive. Oh. Almost not too thick. Oh. That's all we can do for now. Okay. We have to do another link. Firing position, imaginary man. Burglary motive, double murder, compelling evidence. Robbery. Leighton Chapman committed a double murder at Half Moon Street. The motive was the theft of ancient and valuable treasures. The last piece of the 5 Rams of Mittelin, with the ring with the ram head, still remains lost. Okay. Leighton Chapman may be young, but he is already a vicious murderer who committed his crime to obtain valuable jewels. He deserves life in prison. Yeah. I don't think we're that far from the end of the game. I mean, obviously this is the last case, but yeah. I don't know how long this case will be. It could be quite long, though, to be fair, since it is the last one. I know it looks like we have a shitload of trophies left, but a lot of them are cumulative. Oh, we have to reenact the thing, right?
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Okay, so one of the victims posse fired his gun twice to find out who. It was him. Alright. Because we found that it'd been fired twice.
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Oh.
This should be useful.
Damn it. Okay. Oh, look.
This is
The
most
bullet hole.
definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
Can do another deduction. Okay. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vicotti both died of crossfire with each of them holding a gun. One of the guns is now missing. Third shot. Leighton's statements. Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the jacketed man who disappeared at Half Moon Street now seems reasonable, as the 3 shots at the crime scene prove the presence of a second gun that is now missing.
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
Okay.
No, this is not how I walked at the time of the crime. I was more attentive. Let's start over again.
It's kind of weird playing someone else.
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Okay. Ha! Welcome to the losers, Alti.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Okay. More deductions. Corners in sight, latent statements. If we can assume that there was one more person in Half Moon Street at the time of the crime, then there was no way forward or back for his escape, only up. Let us reenact the action. Recreate the fireworks described by Leighton and attempt to climb the wall. Oh, I guess we have to go back to the pawn shop to get the flare gun and climbing stuff, yeah. There they are.
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
And the flare gun was behind here.
This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Okay. So let's go back to Half Moon Street, I guess. Alright, let's go speak to the constable.
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
Okay.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
He's very involved, the constable, right?
Catch me if you can.
He's down.
This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
That's where he was hiding last time. Hey Knox, what's up?
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there?
The grunting is quite loud, but I guess with the fireworks.
Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that. Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen, I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
Oh, you bought a real grade Nox? Damn. I've only done one of those. I found it too fiddly. I don't think I'd do another one. It's a cool looking kit though. But yeah, I don't think I would ever do it again. Okay.
These shards of glass are from the window above.
Never seen another mine. So yeah, I like doing gunplay. I just don't like real grades. Ooh, a jacket.
It's empty. Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket.
Jacket. Shabby fabric. Black threads.
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope. We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
More deductions. Wall climber and Leighton's statement. Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the mysterious jacketed man who participated in the shooting at Half Moon Street was proven to be true. Simultaneous shot. Long lost start. Everything is that one. Then burglary motive. Double murder. Oh, it's crossfires. I guess we're missing something. Let's go to oh, I guess Baker Street, yeah, the threads. Right. Examine the threads.
Let us take a closer look. It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human. I need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. A shaving brush is usually made from horsehair. Watson, could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Here you are.
Watson, look, what's outside the window?
Well, I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes!
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair.
Probably still fucking hurt, sure.
Human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample.
Horsehair.
The horsehair is thinner than the hair that we found. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse. A hair from a large and exotic animal.
Circus, like an elephant or something? Exotic animal hair, wall climber. Oh, a circus acrobat. Hey, I'm getting better at these. The man who vanished from the crime scene at Half Moon Street could be a circus acrobat. He managed to scale a 30-foot high wall in a matter of seconds. A hair from a large exotic animal was found discarded on his discarded jacket. Vanishing act. The person who was seen only by Leighton Chapman escaped the crime scene by climbing the wall. He was a skillful acrobat. The criminal took a gun from one of the dead bodies. Okay. Back to the street. Because that's where Wiggins is, so...
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here? You'd best be leaving and be quick about it.
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not like you.
Oi, watch your tongue.
The kid is really playing with fire, huh?
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far. We found facts and details that confirm your brother's innocence.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now, Wiggins, we need your help.
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal, a very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
Next morning, very early.
I do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news in 7 seconds.
Mr. Holmes, we found it. Here it is.
Picture of an elephant. Duval Bros' greatest show on earth, the marvelous dancing elephant.
And this is a young Indian elephant, the highlight of the show.
It's really fucked up, though, to be honest.
Duval Brothers, a well-known travelling circus that is currently stopped in London. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay it a visit.
Okay. Okay.
Aye, you! Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
Hmm? You're wanting to apply for... Nah, you don't look like the type of, artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
What? Nah, I don't think so.
Nah.
Clear off.
Barely sounded like nah.
You're a bit slow to catch on, eh? Get lost.
Disguise yourself. Oh, we get to use disguises again. Okay. Oh, apparently we need a really specific thing for this. Like a really specific disguise. We need 11. And 18.
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
Oh, thank God, Holmes.
He's really good at it, to be
Used
fair.
to your disguises.
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
Holmes, I won't be able to join you. I promised to visit a patient today.
It's all right, Watson. I think that I can handle this alone.
Good job, Toby. Is she still there? Yep, she's still there.
Hello, Toby. All you need now is a short...
Oh, does he actually pet him?
Hello, Toby.
No.
All you need now is a shawl.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley. And I'd highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
Yeah.
Charles Foley is inside the marquee.
Into this building.
So, everything is here just as you asked. And what about the money? Some of the barrels are wet. Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped. Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies. I want to be paid first. No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer.
Who's this guy?
Right? I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout. Of course not. I'm a professional. Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight, then.
Okay.
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside.
Yeah, we can't have a look yet.
There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out.
Oh wait, hang on.
The crest of the Honourable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure.
Okay. Right. Have a look around. Oh, can I still do more here? Oh, I can hit it.
Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it is, in fact, gunpowder.
Great.
The barrels are roughly clustered. It seems as though they were brought here in a hurry.
Printing press. Oh.
This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day.
Rise up and keep rising from lambs into lions.
That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting. From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people. There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls. Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently.
Oh, yeah, we did say the Merry Men might come into it again.
I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
Stop right there. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on the table over there. Open that.
Charles Foley, huh? Complex key, protected safe. Bloody bandages, recent trauma. Bulldog revolver, cut through. Stolen antique. Taped fingers, agility practice, acrobat. Hey, trophy, methodical man. That's for checking every character. Charles Foley is a member and the leader of the Devour Brothers Circus. He is a skillful acrobat who actively practices his craft. Foley is a superstitious man. He is armed and dangerous. He has a penchant for wearing jewelry. Foley's poster. Okay. Alright, what do we got here? This is one hell of a fucking lock, isn't it? Hmm. How the fuck do I solve this one? There's no way to see both of those at once. Hmm. There we go. Did it. Okay. Antique ring, long lost art, Foley's revolver. Man in jacket. Charles Foley wears an antique ring, the last missing piece of the 5 rams of Mytilene. And also a revolver retained under his belt. It proves that Charles Foley is our mysterious jacketed man who nimbly escaped the crime scene at Half Moon Street. Okay. Alright.
Ah, well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Jailed thief.
It's a long story.
Probably the only one that's...
I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died. 7 days ago, in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
Okay.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Gosh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on a corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Abandoned manor, okay. Anything else to do? No. Okay.
Here I am at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures. This lock is quite old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge.
I don't know, man. The last one fucking was. Oh, dear God. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. Those last two are the only ones where I've had to...
And lockpick it.
The only two I've managed to have to, like, rotate the whole thing to see the other sides of it.
This cupboard is an absolute mess. Several books have fallen from the shelves. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved. I'll give it a try.
Oh, come on. I want to look around more. Oh, we found the safe.
So, that's the lock I must open tonight. Let me see. What a surprise! Another lock. And I won't be able to pick it. I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves, trap them, and find out.
Okay. So we need to use Foley's
Let
key.
us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door. What a surprise. I recall.
Okay. Set traps. Oh.
This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. A solid rope.
Okay.
This chair is very solid and well made. This should be useful.
Just put the chair in my pocket, as you do.
The door is now blocked. The door is now blocked.
That's a trap door. Can we just like leave it open?
The ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police. That is quite a heavy cupboard. This works very well. No one will escape through this window now. This hatch leads to a cellar. There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get out.
This is ridiculous, dude.
This should be useful.
It's so fucking Home Alone.
This hatch.
It's funny though. It's cool. It's fun. It's quite comedic. Yeah, those windows are all boarded up.
I wonder what this old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly attached. I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer, but they were unsuccessful. Now, if anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall. Oh, that's a lovely old carpet. This should be useful. The door is now blocked.
Are we gonna cover the trap door with a carpet? Is that what we're going for?
Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
Okay, upstairs?
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape. A simple but rather attractive bead necklace. This should be useful.
4.
If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down. Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar.
Okay, what are we missing then? Oh, we're making like a trip hazard?
This is the perfect place to set a trap. One step on these beads, and our thief will
This
go
really
flying.
is like I'm
I
alone,
should
dude.
walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined. Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
Like that trophy wasn't meant to pop there, but I'll take it.
Police! Police!
Stop where you are! Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Oh, you sounded just like a real Bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men?
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers!
Okay. Open the safe.
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Okay.
Don't move, you flimflammer.
Not the best line. Precious safe. The famous collection of the Hellenistic treasures that was considered to be lost was found in the safe of an abandoned manor at Notting Hill. Okay.
What a beautiful collection of art. It was thought lost.
Okay, so simultaneous shot, circus acrobat, crossfire, and then Leighton's innocent, burglary motive, hidden art, a complex mind. Complete. Right, so that was the antiques discovered hidden in the hidden safe of the abandoned manor at Notting Hill represent a collection of Hellenistic treasures that were stolen in 1885 and considered to be lost. Foley's vengeance. Charles Foley organised the theft of the Hellenistic treasures, which was related to the double murder at Half Moon Street. Leighton Chapman was a witness to the crime. Absolve Foley. Charles Foley will be imprisoned for organising a grand theft. Since he is not directly guilty of murder, his sentence will be shortened. Charles Foley organised and executed a wicked plan of revenge with the added theft of ancient and valuable treasures. He deserves the rope. Who's condemned?
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful, you Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
Continue.
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs, honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street, and all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men we are still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed.
He likes making
It
speeches.
prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people, sending them to their deaths in mines or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
Okay. Well, we have to do justice, right? So,
When people fight the Order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
yeah, well, thanks for gifting yourself
Alright,
to
listen,
notes.
you C-word.
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite, lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of, pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
But we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait, what? A lady?
Half Moon Walk. Charles Foley organized and executed a wicked plan of revenge for his elder brother. It took 2 human lives and almost resulted in life imprisonment for an innocent man. In fact, his band was hired by the merry men who planned a revolution in London. In addition, he organized the theft of ancient and valuable treasures that rightfully belonged to the British. The British Museum. He deserves the rope. Accept. Your ranking, Themis. Their crimes, your punishment. Guilty Brotherhood. A man of character. I never guess. And? A platinum trophy. That was a satisfying trophy batch, dude. That was like 5 at once, or 5 in the last 5 minutes. Oh, that was good, dude. That's fun. I really like these Sherlock Holmes games, man. We won't get to play another one for a little while, but I do enjoy them. Does mean we end early today, though, because I don't have anything that only takes like an hour. You can do it. Oh, big jump. Wow, big jump from the big boy. Wow. Hi. Careful, okay? Yeah, these games are really fun. Not too long either, like, I'd say like 10 to 15 hours, somewhere in that kind of range. I think they're all about the same length, too. Although, actually, the previous one is based on if you make a backup save that you download. Okay. Then this was our ranking. Absolute. Oh. Oh, the poster. Excellent. Main menu. Alright. That was Crimes and Punishments, Sherlock Holmes. I guess next we'll do a little short game, because I don't really want to start a giant RPG at the start, well, like on the last normal stream of the week. So we'll probably do something like Omno tomorrow, I guess. And then we'll start Demon's Souls Remake next week, I think. Finally.